Insane prices on thousands of GIA diamonds and designer rings. Buy direct. The Jewelry Exchange Bethesda.
Good morning, America. Storm of a lifetime. The new warning as Hurricane Florence closes in.
This storm is a monster.
The East Coast bracing to get pummeled by the Category 4 storm, expected to be one of the strongest to hit the region ever. The race to evacuate before it makes landfall.
We're escaping Hurricane Florence.
More than 1 million people ordered to leave, desperately trying to stock up on supplies as stores and gas stations run out. The new warning about dangerous winds and a life-threatening storm surge. And the new timing and track just in.
President Trump says the government is prepared for the hurricane.
We're as ready as anybody's ever been.
But now facing outrage over his comments about Hurricane Maria, calling the response in Puerto Rico, where nearly 3,000 people died, an incredible unsung success. The FEMA chief here responding live.
Also this morning, rideshare nightmare. The young woman who says she was kidnapped and robbed by a fake Uber driver, jumping out of the moving vehicle to save herself.
The 17-year-old student pilot on her first solo flight when she faces a mid-air emergency, how she safely got to the ground.
And are you ready to dance? We're just moments away from revealing the brand new Dancing with the Stars cast live. Who's going for gold in the ballroom? And who's bringing magic to the mirror ball competition? The big reveal here live in Times Square, only on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Good morning, America. It is a busy Wednesday. We want to get right to Hurricane Florence. It is strong and slow, a huge storm as it bears down on the East Coast. Here's where it is right now. And take a look. This is what a Category 4 storm looks like from the International Space Station. You can see that eye right there.
That is a scary sight to see, and the storm zone is expanding. Take a look. These states now all on alert, including Georgia. The massive race to escape is underway. More than 1.5 million people told to leave, and traffic on major highways like this one in South Carolina, they are moving in just one direction, and that direction is out.
Amy and Rob are in those areas bracing for that hard hit. But first, we begin with Ginger and the brand new track and timing of the storm. Ginger, good morning.
Good morning, Robin. I'm heading into that same area today because today's the last day any travel should be happening. By tomorrow, all preparations need to be complete. This storm, more than 600 miles to the southeast of Cape Fear, it has nudged the track just southward and slowed it down. So you're seeing here the timing. Friday, 2 a.m. It's still off the coast, so we're looking for a Friday night landfall. Don't focus on landfall, though, because we have this steering factor that's taking over this big high-pressure system, rotating clockwise. It has nudged everything south and slowed it down, and therefore, tropical storm force winds begin tomorrow morning. That's 7:30 tomorrow morning, right along the coast of North Carolina. Look at Topsail Beach, 107-mile-per-hour gusts. That's Thursday night. Still hasn't made landfall. Then it looks like it goes into South Carolina and heads due west. We're talking about almost like a washing machine for 48 hours for some folks. Rain could go up to 40 inches, storm surge up to 13 feet, especially in southeastern North Carolina. Amy, we're talking about words on the National Hurricane Center, uninhabitable and no power for weeks on end.
I know, and many residents are hearing those warnings, Ginger. It is a beautiful morning, as you can see here on Wrightsville Beach, and we've been watching some of those residents take in one last view before evacuating later today. In fact, mandatory evacuations start this morning, and with, as you mentioned, Florence heading so quickly to this coastline, no one will be allowed on this beach as of 8 p.m. tonight. This morning, the final countdown is on for more than 1 million people fleeing Florence.
We're escaping Hurricane Florence.
The Category 4 hurricane strengthening with wind gusts up to 130 miles per hour and rainfall up to 40 inches. Massive preparations are underway. And residents racing against time as they board up windows, pack their belongings, and hit the road.
This is what we've got. Enough clothes for, I'd say, about a week in case we can't come back right away.
In South Carolina, by air, the Coast Guard using Black Hawk helicopters to provide support. While on the ground, a mass exodus and a traffic nightmare for those behind the wheel. With some major highways morphed into one-way streets in an effort to speed up the evacuations.
We are currently on what is usually the right side of the road, but you can see the traffic coming up the other side, too.
A federal, state, and local effort with FEMA delivering supplies and first responders ready for the worst.
We are in a very deadly and important game of chess with Hurricane Florence.
Store shelves in Florence's path nearly bare. Utter chaos at this Walmart as shoppers scramble for supplies. And lines at the pumps growing longer, with many already wiped clean of precious gasoline.
As soon as I pulled in the parking lot, somebody told me there was no gas, so you might as well not come here.
But not everyone can get out. Charlotte Chapman is one of them. The North Carolinian mom expecting her fourth child any day this week.
We actually have a boat that we're taking to the hospital with us, even with a newborn life jacket.
And for other families, the decision less clear.
We're packing like we're leaving, but we're hoping that we get to stay.
Now, our plane into Wrightsville last night was surprisingly full, but it was filled with people who were on a mission. Many were flying in to get loved ones, elderly loved ones, out safely in time, and others were coming in to board up their homes and get their possessions out. But nearly everyone on that plane was flying in to get out quickly, Robin.
All right. Thank you so much there, Amy. We appreciate it. Michael.
All right. Thank you, Robin. So many people in the eye of the storm. And the time to escape Hurricane Florence and get out is now. People are rushing to pack up their homes. Rob Marciano is in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, as they brace for the worst. And Rob, this really is a tough time for so many people in that area.
It is, Michael, and they got to start to hustle today. This is the business district of Wrightsville Beach. It's also the main road to get in and out of here. And the main evacuation route yesterday was already clogged just 70 miles north of here in Faison, North Carolina. This is also Main Street for the most part. This grocery store is boarded up and open for now, but it will likely be closed later on this morning. So for folks who haven't moved yet, today is the day to get out.
Residents in these Carolina communities bracing for what many are calling the storm of a lifetime.
You've put your heart and soul into rebuilding this home and just completed 3 weeks ago. How emotional are you when it comes to leaving it to a Category 4 hurricane?
I had a bad moment this afternoon, and when I got the email that said there was a mandatory evacuation, it just, it hit me, and I shed a few tears. I mean, we really love it here. This is our dream home, and you know, I just don't know what we're going to come back to.
Leaving your home or business with a storm approaching is stressful, but it's also necessary.
The important thing is your life, and
right.
you can't get that back. The house can be rebuilt.
That feeling shared among many Carolinians.
So you're one of the few businesses here on Main Street, and everybody seems to be boarding up.
Everybody.
So it's important to know, you know, it's not just the homes that are right along the beach. Here, the business district, I got a second camera just around the corner from us to show you that there's more water on the other side, on the bridge there to get out, and homes wrapped around there as well. So that's why there's so many evacuation orders that are in place. If you haven't left yet, here are some tips. You're going to want to gas up your car, of course, grab some cash, fill your car with water, supplies, and clothes, extra clothes, because you may get stuck somewhere else. If you are in a non-evacuation zone and you're going to hunker down in your home, just stay there and tell people you're there in case something bad happens. Do not go out. Don't go in the water. Don't swim or walk through it. I mean, it only takes 6 inches of water to wipe you off your feet and only a foot of water for a car to get swept away. So if you are going to stay in your home, hunker down there and wait it out through the entire end of the storm. Michael?
All right. Thank you so much, Rob. George?
Thank you, Michael. President Trump has declared federal emergencies for states in the storm zone, says his team is ready for Hurricane Florence, but he is also facing backlash for his response to Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, where the death toll approached 3,000. Our senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega has a story. And Cecilia, in a new tweet this morning, the president doubling down, touting again the federal response, attacking the mayor of San Juan.
George, I've got to say, a pretty stunning fight on the eve of a new hurricane on its way to the eastern seaboard. I was in the room for his comments yesterday. I asked the president about Florence and what his message is to people still in the eye of this storm, in the path of this storm, rather. He said, listen to your local authorities, get out now.
President Trump says the country hasn't seen the likes of Hurricane Florence in decades, but this morning he insists his administration is ready.
We are totally prepared. We're ready. We're as ready as anybody's ever been.
He also issued this warning.
It's tremendously big and tremendously wet. Tremendous amounts of water.
But it is his eyebrow-raising comments about Puerto Rico's Hurricane Maria that have reignited a controversy over the White House's response to the island disaster.
I think probably the hardest one we had by far was Puerto Rico because of the island nature. And I actually think it was one of the best jobs that's ever been done.
One of the best jobs ever, leading to the deadliest hurricane in modern American history. The death toll for Maria, vastly underestimated in the immediate aftermath, ultimately was a staggering 3,000 people. In the aftermath, FEMA admitting it could have better anticipated the severity of the storm and its potential to cause long-term significant damage. Critics blasted the president's response from the beginning. During his visit to the island after the storm, President Trump tossed paper towels to hurricane victims. Nearly a year later, with another potential disaster looming, the president giving himself and his team stellar reviews.
I think Puerto Rico was incredibly successful. I think that Puerto Rico was an incredible unsung success.
The mayor of San Juan telling ABC News he never got it, he will never get it.
And of course, in that new tweet this morning, the president is lashing out and in a fight with the mayor of San Juan, calling her incompetent. It is not just the mayor pushing back on President Trump right now. The governor of the island, Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, of course, home to the largest population of Puerto Ricans outside of the island, is lashing out as well. Schumer called this statement offensive, hurtful, and blatantly false. George, he says it's completely the opposite of success.
And Cecilia, another Democratic Senator, Jeff Merkley, is releasing documents showing that $10 million was recently transferred from FEMA to immigration control.
Yeah, the documents appear to show this, George, and this was Merkley revealing these documents on a cable TV show overnight. He says this money went towards, was diverted from FEMA to ICE to be used towards this zero tolerance policy separating migrant children from their parents. The Department of Homeland Security, though, is pushing back strongly on this one. They're calling this a political stunt. They say under no circumstance was disaster relief funding used for immigration enforcement, George.
Cecilia Vega, thanks very much. Robin?
All right, George, we have a lot to talk with the FEMA director with management agency, Brock Long. He is joining us this morning, and we really appreciate, we know how busy that you are, and to spend some time with us to update us and, more importantly, update our viewers. So what is the latest where FEMA is concerned preparing for Hurricane Florence?
Hi, good morning. So Hurricane Florence is continuing to be a major threat to the Carolinas as well as the Mid-Atlantic. I think what we've seen overnight is a shift south, and so I never look at one single forecast and make decisions based on that. We often evaluate several forecasts in a row, and as you've seen, the trend is it's continuing to dip south. The question is whether it will continue to do that today, and this is a highly dynamic situation that requires constant monitoring. We have to continually assess the situation and make sure that we're pre-positioned correctly, and that's what we'll do today. But the message to citizens is clear. Today is your last day to get out of the areas that have been placed under evacuation orders. If you don't do it now, your time is going to be running out. And once the impacts of this storm start to come in, it's going to be very difficult for first responders to get to you. And you're putting yourself in danger.
I hope people hear your message, sir. George has touched upon this, the $10 million, the funds that were moved from FEMA to ICE. Does that affect your preparations at all, the loss of that money?
No, not at all. It's just an attempt to divert away from the life safety issues at Florence. It does not come out of the disaster relief fund that funds everything behind me, that funds everything in the field. So it's a non-issue for us at this moment.
You're actually from North Carolina, so when you are telling people to take cover, to get out, to evacuate, you know what you speak of. You were there for Hugo in '89, so it's not just as a FEMA director, it's also as a native of that area that you're getting this message out?
That's true. I grew up in North Carolina, about 5 hours inland in Catawba County, North Carolina. Hugo was moving at 26 miles an hour. And if you know, a hurricane typically holds its strength. It loses half its strength 12 hours after landfall. So as it was coming in, it was still a Cat 1 over my house in North Carolina. And we had multiple trees down. We were out of power for multiple days. And this is setting up to be somewhat like that. This is going to be a big hit with storm surge at the coast. The worst place to be is just north of the eye along the coast, wherever the eye makes landfall. That's where you're going to see the ocean rise above 13 feet. You're going to have damaging waves on top of that. But this is going to be unique from the standpoint that in the 4 and 5 day forecast points is forecast to lose its steering currents, stall out, and we're looking at rain upwards of 30 inches in localized areas across the Carolinas. And so this is not something to be taken lightly. The whole entire state of North Carolina and South Carolina could be impacted by this event. In
areas that already have received so much rain. So at this hour, what is your biggest concern?
Right now, we have to set citizen expectations. Here again, it goes back to heed those warnings. This is nothing to be played with, particularly if you live in an area that is vulnerable to storm surge, where the ocean, this is wind-driven water that piles up in the Back Bay inlet areas and along the coast. People do not live and survive to tell the tale about what their experience is like with storm surge. It's the most deadly part of the hurricane that comes in. It causes the most amount of destruction. But as this moves inland, 15, 20, 30 inches of rain over a very short period of time, you're going to see inland flooding. We ask people to stay out of flooded areas and shelter in place, and just be very careful. Please heed the warnings.
Heed the warnings. Well, a final question. This is something that Cecilia and George touched upon, and it was the statements that President Trump made yesterday and also tweeting today, talking about the efforts after Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, calling it an incredible unsung success. Do you agree with that?
Look, the effort into Puerto Rico was a huge effort by the federal government. The problem is that FEMA was the only responder going in, and we were the first responder, and that's not the way that disaster response and recovery works. What you're seeing set up now for Florence is that you have strong state government capabilities, you have strong local capabilities, and that emergency response and recovery is a team sport. It's a whole community effort. It takes everybody from neighbor helping neighbor to the federal government. Going into Puerto Rico, we were the first responder and only responder, as I said, and that's not ideal. So what are we doing to correct that? We've hired over 1,800 local Puerto Rican citizens to start building a backbone of emergency management at the Commonwealth and local level that did not exist before the storm. And so the other thing is that we need to shift the narrative about Puerto Rico to what are we going to do with the $50 billion that FEMA is going to provide Puerto Rico over the next couple of years and billions more from other federal government agencies? Puerto Rico has never had a better opportunity than now to become more resilient and economically viable. And the question is that, how do we go back in, build a resilient infrastructure? And that's what we're concentrating on. We're working with the governor day in and day out to build a resilient infrastructure. The question is, what are the provisions that will be put into place that doesn't allow Puerto Rico to let their infrastructure crumble? We faced a crumbling infrastructure. It was rotted and decayed, and FEMA can't help that. We have to deal with the deck of cards that we've been dealt.
All right. Thank you so much, Brock Long. And hopefully there were lessons that were learned. And I know that it's a very busy day for you and everyone there behind you with FEMA, and we appreciate your time. All the best, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get over now to Ginger.
And just what Brock said, it's a wrap after today as far as moving, as far as travel, because this all starts tomorrow morning. We're talking about tropical storm force winds, 7:30 tomorrow morning. I can't emphasize that enough. And then it sits around, and you could have hurricane gusts for up to 24 hours in some places along the coast and then moving inland. Remember, also, beyond that storm surge up to 13 feet that he was referencing, up to 40 inches of rain. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, though, the Sunny Cities, sponsored by Sherwin-Williams.
Well, gray out the door. Temperatures are in the 60s, a little bit of patchy fog and also some drizzle. Grab that umbrella heading out the door. We've got this stalled front across the area. So if you're going out for lunch, 79, 40% chance you'll get a shower throughout the day today with temperatures in the 70s to right around 80 degrees. It's this stalled front that's keeping our weather pattern unsettled. Of course, keeping a close eye on Hurricane Florence. Biggest impacts to the Carolinas, lower impacts here at home. We'll talk about it more on Good Morning Washington.
Florence is critical. There is a tropical storm headed over Hawaii later today. So just so everybody knows, that's up to 15 inches of rain, 20-foot waves possible.
Such an active time of the season. Coming up, new trouble for that GoFundMe couple accused of stealing money they raised for that homeless veteran. Now one of them is arrested, and the new claims about lavish spending.
And a 17-year-old student pilot on her first solo flight faces a mid-air emergency. We're going to tell you what she did to land safely.
I'm Emma. I'm Claire.